Hey, my friends. April here with ClearPath for Veterans New England and my friend Donna Bolger, our executive director. Good evening.
Hi, everyone.
So, friends, we're so excited to see you this evening, and you're tuning in live to Facebook and YouTube. We get started. Please drop a hello in the comments and tell us that you're here. Let us know where you're from, and feel free to share if you are a veteran or not. Tell us where you're tuning in from. So, friends, we've been doing a weekly live series in talking a lot of focus this series, especially on homelessness and veterans, at risk and homeless veterans. We've been running our ClearPath 50/50 raffle where all the proceeds will go towards that, which we'll talk a little bit more shortly. But today we wanted to start off. We've had an incredible day here at ClearPath for Veterans New England. And first, I want to have Donna tell a little bit about her role for those that are meeting. She is the face of ClearPath. I'm sure that you've met her, you've seen her, but we're going to have her share a little bit about her role. And then we're going to talk about Vietnam Day and kind of some of the awesome things that happened today. So I'm going to let you take it away, Donna.
Great. Thank you, April. Yeah, we really had such a great day. I feel a little bit exhausted from the day, but really exhilarated at the same time. So our day started off with a Vietnam Veterans Appreciation Breakfast. And, we never know exactly how many people are going to show up for these events. And we probably had between 40 or 50 Vietnam veterans that came today, and a lot of new faces. So we've had a lot of veterans coming through weekly for our canteen, and we had some great new faces and great new connections. It's always great to see that. I'm always so impressed with how willing this group of Vietnam veterans is to help others, and they're just a wonderful group.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And then let's see. So you had your breakfast, and I should mention not only today was a special day. Of course, we had our Vietnam honoring breakfast, but every Tuesday at 8 a.m. we always have a coffee social for veterans. So please mark your calendar, stop by and visit us. You do not need to register. You can learn more about it on our website. So I will drop the link in here. And so now, exhilarating and exhausting, but midday you were talking about brain power.
Right. So we cleaned up from breakfast, and we set up the canteen area, and we had 3 great speakers. This month is Brain Injury Awareness Month, so we focused on brain health, and we had 3 great speakers. We had Leanne Barkhouse, who's been on the program before, and she is a wellness practitioner. She's a certified wellness coach. She also does Ageless Grace. And she brought us through a great discussion about really trying new things and how simple little changes can help with your brain health. Like the example she gives me that I try to do it myself is, every morning if you're right-handed and you brush your teeth with your right hand, then switch it up and brush your teeth with your left hand. And you know what? It's awkward when you first do it, but you're actually generating brain fitness when you do something like that. So she gave some great tips, and we had great fun with her. And then we had Dr. Paul Henning, who's an active duty colonel in the Army, and he is doing a fellowship at Boston Children's Hospital, and his specialty is in nutrition. So we talked a lot about the endless cycle we have all, I'm sure, been on from one time or another. We want to lose weight or we want to get in shape, and how do we do that? And, I think he gave us a really great foundation for thinking about it in a way that is much more achievable than, let's go out and run a marathon. Sure. It's sort of simple changes that you can build on, and kind of understanding things that are important as you age and things that are important to your brain. So the big thing I learned today is that, muscle mass is really important to your overall health. And so as you age, you naturally lose that. And so adding, exercises that build up muscle is just a great tip. Then, of course, we had Dr. Lars Landers, who's our very own neurologist that works at ClearPath. And he gave a great talk to the group about things we can do now to really, set our brain up for success. And he has a program, and talked to the veterans about coming to see him about his program. But really, there are some little things we can all do that just can help improve our brain health. And it was all tied together, from Leanne's tips to Dr. Henning's tips and to Lars's tips. And I think everyone left with some great ideas. And we were thrilled to serve lunch by our guest chef from Soldier On. So we're very grateful for that partnership. Chef Jason brought out a delicious meal. And so we had a really, really great time. And I think everybody could have walked away today, learned something new. So that was exciting. That's what we wanted out of today.
Nice. And this is a series that's just starting too, because we're planning some future events down the road, correct?
Correct. And the group today, they gave us suggestions. And so we've already got a couple more ready to line up. And it's kind of simple. It's just a couple of hours. We have lunch. You meet new people and you just hear tips that you can incorporate into your life, which is what we all need, I think. It's awesome.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And then I would love to do a check-in. So when we had our 50-50 live announcement, when Fitch pulled the winning ticket, Kelly was downstairs with the puppies. How are the puppies doing this week? I know we're looking for some volunteers to help.
Really great. They bring a lot of energy to the building, and with that energy comes a lot of exhaustion. So we're all working really hard. Keeping the puppies in line, and we've got a lot of great new volunteers that are getting trained in the dog area, and we have a lot of new volunteers in the kitchen and dining area, and it's just great to see new faces.
That's amazing. That's amazing. All right, my friends. So a great day. Please do check out on our Facebook post. There's some pictures posted from today, as well as there's always puppy pictures dropping in as we're naming our puppies after a fallen hero veteran. So I know that we'll be shortly having a form on our website for you to submit name of a veteran or loved one that has served their country for us to name future dogs. So that's coming soon. So that's exciting. All right. So let's talk. So many of you know that we've been running our 50-50 raffle where the winner takes half. I'm so excited to say that our jackpot is up over 25,000. And really all the proceeds are they will go towards our homeless and at-risk veterans program. So we wanted to talk a little bit about tonight, before we as we come live, we have a green room. And I think, Donna brought up some great information that we unknowingly know. We know that gas prices have risen. We know the cost of living has risen, and we know that many people are on a fixed income, especially our seniors. So do you want to talk a little bit about that, Donna, and kind of how some of these proceeds will help with gas money and things like that? Because it's bigger than just, putting a roof over somebody's head, because there's lots of elements that go into that program.
Right. So certainly when someone gets behind on rent, if they're actively working and they're, they have an opportunity to catch up, it's hard, and that struggle is hard. But if you're a senior and you're on a fixed retirement income and you get behind on any of your bills, it becomes a stressor in your life, and you want to protect your health. And so those things are so important. And what we've really learned over the last 2 years through our food insecurity work, how important it is to understand the need for housing. And affordable housing in Massachusetts is very elusive. And we're grateful to be joining several groups in the North Central Mass area that are kind of teaming together to look at this housing problem and see what each of us can do in our particular areas to combat that in the North Central Mass area. So, if you're a senior and you're on Social Security income, and you get behind on your fuel bill, it can spiral into a situation where, it impacts your health, the stress. And so we're in a position, fortunately, with a lot of our partners in the area, the United Way of North Central Mass and the Community Foundation of North Central Mass, we're able to help people with things like rent and fuel. And that's all part of the housing discussion.
And I know when Randy was on earlier on in the series, he was talking about even gas gift cards and things like that. That just a little bit goes a long way in terms of helping people. So let's talk a little bit about I know that we're working on some different housing programs. Can you talk a little bit about what our goal is in the future as we're building this program to help our at-risk and homeless veterans?
So, Scott and I have learned a lot about housing from a lot of our partners, and Soldier On has been a great partner, and they're to us the gold standard in housing. And so we have some opportunity to put together programs where we can bring online. Our goal is 40 to 50 units that we can house veterans in, and our priority has been elderly veterans because working with the Bedford VA, maybe I was not aware of this, but it sort of struck me when an elderly veteran goes into the hospital and they have, for whatever their procedures are, if they don't have a home to go to, they don't get discharged. Just think about that. They don't get discharged. Well, we all know if we go in to the hospital, the best place that we can recover is home. Mm-hmm. And these veterans, they're elderly, they don't have a home, and so there's no place to discharge them to. So we have a special needs grant that allows us to place elderly veterans in that situation in transitional housing, give them care and support, and find a more permanent solution for them. But that's a huge, huge challenge.
And, I think one of the things that's important to know, friends, is that, as a nonprofit, we have grants, and with the support of our community really helps to forge those efforts forward. So I know that you probably all get tired of hearing me say this, but sharing is caring, friends. So even if you can't purchase a ticket today, share this live stream, share about our programs, help us get the word out there, because the more eyes that we have on our programs, our raffle for people that might be able to purchase a ticket, it makes a world of difference, because every dollar counts to us and every share counts to us of extending that reach, not only to bringing eyes to ClearPath and the organization and our mission, but also to possibly helping a veteran in need, because we do have lots of different programs, and all of our programs are free to veterans. Yes, free to veterans. So I just want to make that clear. So there's no cost for them to use our programs. So Donna, what's coming up? So let's talk. So we're working on our 50-50, and what's our early bird prize this week? Do you remember?
I believe it's tickets to Garth Brooks.
Oh, that's coming. So
that's not this week.
That's building excitement, because that's going to be an amazing one for next week. But this week, it's get out your friends. We're going to the Capitol Grill.
Oh,
dinner for 4. It's a $600 value, so it's an amazing opportunity to pamper yourself with some great food, some great wine, some good company. So our early bird draw is on Thursday morning, the 31st at 9 a.m. So go to clearpath5050.com, purchase your tickets. You can purchase them in increments. So for $20, you get 10 tickets. For $40, you get 80 tickets. And for $80, you get 240 tickets. And just so you know, friends, as we continue on, if you do not win this week's prize, the good news is you're still in the running for next week's prize, and you're still in running for the jackpot. And our goal is $50,000, friends. And we still have 3 weeks. We're halfway there. So whatever you can do, again, sharing is caring, but get to ClearPath5050.com to purchase your tickets today and get in the running for that possibility of that jackpot. I do want to make sure that to let you know, though, it is location based. So you do not need to live in Massachusetts, but you need to have your feet in Massachusetts or be driving through Massachusetts to be able to purchase those tickets. So please keep that in mind. If you are on that New Hampshire, Massachusetts border, go to do your errand at the grocery store in Massachusetts, and you can purchase your tickets right online on your mobile phone. So again, ClearPath5050.com and we look forward to your purchase. So as we kind of wrap up, Donna, do you have any closing remarks of kind of anything that we haven't covered tonight about maybe some of our upcoming big events, something that we didn't touch on that you feel like our community needs to know?
Sure. So first of all, a big shout out to the Capitol Grill. They've big supporters of ours. And so we're so thrilled to be able to offer this opportunity. You can never get a bad meal there. And the setting is beautiful and they take great care of you there. So it's really a great value. So I would just like to add, in terms of the housing, some of the things that the funding would go towards is support services. So it's important to understand that when we operate our housing units, we're going to provide all the support services needed to make sure that the residents have a stable living environment, that they're getting the help that they need. So if they need employment, we're going to help them with employment. Many, if not all of them, need some level of peer support. So our peer, it'll really energize our peer program, and they'll be out on the road visiting wherever the residents are and checking in on them. So it's not just, our goal is not just to put them in housing and say, there you go, you've got your housing, but we want to make sure that they're safe, that they're thriving, and that they're taking advantage of, all of the great things at ClearPath. So with all of the housing will come some transportation. So we'll be able to bring a lot more people to the building, which has so much to offer.
And I think one of the things that I thought was great when we were talking with Bruce from Soldier On was that he mentioned, I think sometimes a lot of people associate homelessness with mental illness, addiction, and yes, that is part of it. But he talked more about loneliness, right? And kind of that loneliness factor and not having those support systems in place. Whereas, many people might have one family member or a friend that might be able to step up and help. Whereas when you think of homelessness, it's not just about that mental illness and addiction. It's really about loneliness and having those support systems. So I think that was perfect thing to share, because I think that's one of the things that's underknown, not known
right.
well about.
And among the veteran population, homeless rates are higher, and some of that is because many of them are transplanted to new communities, because when they served all over the world and they served all over our country, and often they end up settling somewhere that maybe they don't have that support system. Their family members aren't nearby, and we could all essentially be one incident away from being in trouble, and that's what happens. And so our goal is to help them navigate that troubled period and get out and get on their own and get permanent housing and really thrive.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Donna, for your time. I know you've had a busy day, and we appreciate you jumping on with us and sharing about today. So tomorrow, I believe we have Tai Chi going on. And we also have our canteen lunch coming up on Thursday at 11:30 a.m. So we hope to see everybody there. Please do check out clearpathne.org. Go to our events tab, and you can see all of our events coming up. And again, friends, our early bird prize for Dinner for Four at the Capitol Grill closes on Thursday at 9 a.m. We'll have a live announcement from that canteen lunch. And get your tickets at clearpath5050.com. That's clearpath5050.com. It is in the chat. And if you are catching the replay, friends, feel free to drop us a question. If you have a question about our program, or if you have somebody to refer to us, don't be shy. Share it in the comments, and sharing is caring, friends. Have a great evening. Thank you so much, Donna. And I'll look forward to seeing you guys Thursday.
Take care. All right. Thank you. Take care.